So I've been here since I was in year 8, and now I'm going into year 11. I'm looking at where to go next. Why should I choose Wellingborough for sixth form?
That's a really good question, Helena. And obviously you've already made that decision to come here in the first place. And I hope you've found us welcoming, which is why you're still with us. One of the things about Wellingborough School is we are a family of schools. We're all on one site. We're quite unique in our house system and our pastoral system. You get to know everybody from year 9 to 13, so you really do feel a part of something. We've got the sixth form centre being built, which will be really good for you to spend your time studying, getting to know each other within the sixth form, particularly if you come from elsewhere. I think that's really important. You will also have lots of opportunities. I think one of the things Wellingborough is really good at is not just pushing you down one route, because when you leave us, we want to make sure that you have all the right tools, you've got the right skills, the education, the whole package moving forward.
And how about new students who come into the sixth form at lower sixth? How many do you get, and how do you help them feel part of the family?
That does vary, obviously, from year to year. We've had over 20 of them come into school this year from lots of different schools. And what's nice is they add such a great deal to the school, and it's nice to see how they fit in. I've really enjoyed watching some of them really getting stuck in at hockey and get straight into those first teams. I've seen some of them go into the shares group to help them settle in. Obviously, they're in a house system. One of the things, obviously, house singing from the off. Whether you're a singer or not, you feel part of the school and part of a house system right from the start.
And that was one of the things that really drew me to the school, was the feeling of the family, and I certainly felt that when I joined. I'm in year 11 and I've got the big decision of picking which A-level subjects. How many do you offer, and how do you help us decide on which ones to do?
We've got over 20 subjects at A-level. We try and get students down to 3, because any university that you go to is not going to be wanting more than 3 from you. And we find that if you just focus on 3, you're going to do your best. And also then you've got time to do those other enrichment activities as well, which usually, you know, with 4 you're quite limited, but here you can go out and do sport if you want to, or music, you can go to the finance ones, you can go and volunteer, and that's another area of school. We want to really encourage that volunteering, being part of the community. We usually do a taster day in year 10, so you get to see subjects, particularly those you haven't taken before, and you get to sample them. And we also have a Head Start week here as well, where you can pick and have a think about what subjects you want to do, and you sample and be in the sixth form for the whole week.
And how about the teacher support? I know I take so much advantage of the clinics and things after school. Does that continue into sixth form, or is it more independent?
It's a bit of both, if we're honest. We know that you're making a step up, and some people find that easier than others. And so we try and help ease that through with a little bit of guidance and see how you're doing. And, you know, and then it's kind of letting you see how you stand on your own 2 feet. In terms of teachers, that support is always available. Although we have clinics after school, so if you're new to the school, a clinic is it's extra support in that lesson, and you can go to see the teacher and get some help in the subject you're taking or techniques for exams. But on the other hand as well, when it comes to that, the teachers often give up their time. I'm meeting students this week in one of my frees and one of their frees. They've come to see me and said, can we spend some more time on this area? And you'll find your teachers are really flexible working with you. If you're proactive, I think you're going to get a lot out of this.
I remember when I was in year 9, one of my best memories was house singing and how inclusive it was, and the sixth form leading us. What other opportunities are there for the sixth form to be part of the leadership team within school?
Do you know, when I first came to the school, quite a number of years ago now, I loved the house singing as well, and the fact that I couldn't believe that you as year 12s and 13s were leading those groups. So that's a fantastic opportunity. It's really good to see. Also in-house, there are lots of opportunities. So you could be a peer mentor to those lower down to help support those, whether they've just joined the school or having a few problems. Likewise, you could be a house prefect. You could be head of house and put yourself up for that position. You have to go through the interview process as well, and be assessed as you would with a normal job, which is great skills to get that position. Outside of that, within sixth form, of course, there is a school prefects and head boy and head girl. And again, very similar to the house system, but on a bigger scale, where you are supporting and taking on responsibilities for the whole school.
And how about beyond sixth form? How do I decide where I want to go on beyond that, university or into a job? How do you help us with deciding that as well?
That's one of the hardest things. Some students will know already when they come in. They'll always go, I'm going to be a vet, or I want to be a doctor, or I want to do this. And some people really do know, and some haven't got a clue. And that's fine. That's not a problem. It's our job is to try and give you your opportunities, tell you what is available, and then if you're not sure, we make your choices wider so that later on, maybe when you go to university, that allows you to narrow down to areas and fields that you're interested in.